Left side 1 week ago, right side today. That represents about 1 week's worth of effort right there.
Hey gang, welcome back to Mark's 60 Plus Fitness Journey. Today is Thursday, April 7th, 2022, and it is time for an update regarding my 7 pounds of body fat weight loss in 7-week program. First thing I want to say is this update is about a day early. This is after 6 days of my last check-in. I'm not sure I'll be able to get a video in tomorrow, so I'm doing it today. And also, I do want to say that it does look like my schedule is a little askew. I'm a little ahead of schedule, surprisingly, and so I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go with this, but pretty certain I'm not going to stop at the 7 pounds, so I might continue on to see how it goes. But first thing I want to do is I want to do a visual side-by-side, so this will be a comparison of this morning when I woke up, just my regular walking around weight, no after workout pump, just what I look like when I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and compare that to last week and check that out. And then I want to go over real quick my calorie intake and just a brief overview of my diet for last week. So let's get at it.
Alrighty, left side represents last week, right side today. Right side represents about 1 week's worth of my current fat cutting program. And I think the biggest difference I can tell with me is my belly is flatter. And there's a little bit of, well, right there, a little bit, I can feel that. Visually, you can see a little bit less fat. The fat around the outer lower portion of my pecs still there, but it's receding. I think I'm getting a little bit better definition in the triceps, which is always a good indicator for me as to how much body fat I have. Again, I feel a difference there. It is slowly melting away. Now my waist in particular, right in there, a little above that, it just feels thinner. I've definitely lost some fat there. I've definitely trimmed down on the belly and the waist. Now here, it's not drastic, not dramatic, but there's definitely a difference between last week and this week on the love handle area. And the definition here, my back loses definition really fast when I get a little chubby, and I can see some of that definition coming back. So there's some progress, and I'm feeling good about it. Certainly reason to move forward with the plan. And my last check-in, I didn't document my legs. I want to do that today for a future reference for next week. Again, like I said, this is me just getting up in the morning, 6 o'clock. And I want to see what kind of separation I can get in my thighs, my quads. I can see a little difference to me anyway. And my left leg still lags the right a little bit in size, but it's catching up. I've been working on focusing a little bit more work on the left side. I think it's paying off. But there you go. That's 1 week's progress. More to follow next week. And so far, so good.
Alrighty, there it is. In its raw, unedited version. As again, that's what I look like when I get up in the morning. There's no post-workout pump, poor lighting. That's me, and that's where I am as of today. And I just want to touch on a couple of things before we check out today. I mentioned in my previous video, which I will link up here in the corner, how to do a calorie deficit. And this research I did using a basal metabolic rate calculator said I should be about consuming 2,300 calories based on my activity level and my age to lose 1 pound of body fat a week. I think that's very low, and based on what I've seen, I think that's too low. And it's just confirmation that we're all unique. So you have to take all that stuff with a little bit of a grain of salt and figure it out as you go along. So I'm not doing the 2,300. I'm going to, for the next week or so, stick with the 2,500 calorie a day goal, and do that for about a week or so. See what the progression is, and probably settle out about 2,800 calories per day until I get to the weight loss I want, which is probably going to happen within the next 4 or 5 weeks, maybe a little longer. I just want to get to a body fat percentage, have no number, just visually that I like. Want to get rid of some fat here and my, of course, the love handles and lower belly. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it's going to be under the 180-pound body weight that I was envisioning initially. But more to follow on that. Also, while I'm thinking about it, my current macro breakdown is a 40-40-20 split, meaning my total calorie intake for the day is 40% protein, 40% carb, and 20% fats, thereabouts. That's what I'm working with right now. And like I mentioned before, the way I'm doing this is on this whiteboard here. I'm tracking my calorie intake for the day. Like today, 4-7. I'm going to write everything I eat down and the calories, and just note it and add it all up at the end of the day and write it down here. And what I've been doing is writing this stuff down on a day-to-day basis. For example, yesterday was a 2,230 calorie day. This one was really low. These are that's why I need to get closer to 2,500 here, really. So since my last check-in on April 1st, it's about a 3-pound weight loss, a little less than 3 pounds in a week. Now, I'm sure some of that's water. I'm sure maybe a tiny bit of muscle mass loss, but 3 pounds seems crazy. Say it's even 2. I mean, that seems crazy in a week. So that's more evidence I need to raise my calories up a hair. And since I started recording this, it's closer to 5 pounds. And anyway, that's where I am. This is the way I'm tracking it, and it works pretty well for me. More to follow on this. It's been a lot easier than I thought, to be honest with you. I really thought this was going to be painful, but it has been so far fairly easy. I just don't want to go overboard with it. But that's it for today. Just wanted to do this check-in. Another one to follow next week. And I appreciate you taking the time to visit me today. And I'm never going to underappreciate any one of you guys and gals out there. So thank you. And if you would, hit that like button for me. And if you haven't already, consider clicking the subscribe button. Come join us, and I would really appreciate that. It'd be good to have you here. So with that, it's time to get the day going, get to the gym, and see what's in store for us today. So until next time, go get 'em. Mark out.